How's it going? My name is Ethan, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you three things you can do today to increase your online presence and bring more customers to your business. Most likely, you're sitting there wondering why would I be doing this and what's in it for me. And truth is, I've found that most business owners are just too busy with the day-to-day operations of their business to really invest the time that's necessary to figure out where they are online, where their competition is, and what they need to do to close the gap between their top ranking competition and themselves to make sure that they're actually ones getting the local leads that are searching for them. What I found by doing these videos and this free attack plan is that a lot of times some business owners like what they see and they actually want to go forward and work with me. So they reach out and they say, hey, I like what you did and I would love to go forward. Other ones like what I did still, but they have their own current team that takes care of their marketing. And at that point, they take the same information and they utilize it for themselves, which I'm very happy with as well. My purpose in doing this really and truly is just I like helping business owners in any way I can because I'm also a business owner and I enjoy the process. With that being said, I want to go ahead and get started and jump right in. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about three topics. The first one is going to be content. Content is extremely important in Google and how Google ranks the website because content is what tells Google who you are, what you do, and what industry and area you provide service for. Your website is a very nice and aesthetically pleasing website. You have a decent amount of content and a decent amount of pictures. But Google, I will tell you, Google has an average they like to see. It's around 1,500 words. So where when they see this average, they usually tend to boost those sites more because in their eyes, those sites are more validated and more respected within the niche and the service area. So I went ahead and entered your website homepage into a word counter, and you guys only have 636 words on your homepage. Now, your top ranked competitor for tree removal in Tampa Bay is going to be Independent Tree Services. You can see their website has a decent bit more content in terms of words as well as photos and interlinks than yours. I scanned their own, and their own actually has 1,100 words, so they have almost double the amount of words you have. Now, with that being said, content is not only important in the amount of words as well as the pictures. You also want to make sure you have keyword rich content. And what that means is you have words that people are actively searching for within your local markets or national if you're a national brand, but with focusing within your markets for services you offer. And you want to make sure you're ranking for those services because those are the people who are actively seeking you out and are actually invested in spending their money with the service. So I went in and entered your website on this tool called Ahrefs that I use, and you can see that you actually have 47 organic keywords you're ranking for every month. But of those 47 keywords you're ranking for, unfortunately, you're only getting one visit a month per 47 for a value of $3. Whereas your competition, Independent, they have 149 organic keywords they're ranking for every month, which is generating them 202 visits a month for a value of about $927. Now, if you were to go into here on this tool called Ahrefs, you can actually see every single keyword they're ranking for, the volume they're getting out of it, and the traffic. So you can see that they're actually ranking pretty well for Tampa focused tree services, whether it's tree removal, arborist, tree trimming, tree service, as you can see. So they're actually doing pretty well and they get a decent number of visits. Whereas when you go to your website for the 47 keywords you're ranking for, unfortunately, even though these keywords are being searched a decent amount, you can see that you're getting zero traffic every month from these keywords. And you're actually positioned pretty low down, honestly, unfortunately, on Google for these keywords, meaning if somebody was to search tree services or tree services Tampa, they won't even see you unless they were to scroll and scroll. As we both know, most people don't scroll past the first page on Google. They tend to go with who's in the top 10. I think it's the statistic is 60% of people don't go past the first page, and 60% is the vast majority of your market, which means there's a lot of potential customers and leads that are being left on the table. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to have your guy, whoever that is, go in and basically either increase the amount these words appear on your website to boost your rankings for them, or steal the more powerful, well, steal is the wrong word, but essentially implement the more powerful keywords from your competition. Now, that pretty much sums up content. So the three things you want to remember: you want to increase your word count from 600 to 1,500. You want to increase more keyword-rich content, getting these Tampa-based specific market keywords spread across your website as much as possible, but in a non-spammy way. It has to be organically spread because Google will recognize the difference. And then you also want to make sure all your photos, the metadata is optimized. So what do I mean? If I go to save your photo, what name generates when I click save? That name actually also helps boost with keyword SEO. So you can actually spread keywords across the website hidden behind photos, which is a very powerful tool that a lot of people actually don't utilize, unfortunately, but it does a lot of good for their companies online. The next thing I want to talk about after keywords, after content, my mistake, is going to be citations. Now, this here is called the Google Map Pack, or the Big Three. Big Three meaning the three companies that appear first, that are most respected by Google for the niche within the area. So True Removal being a niche, Tampa being the area. These in the eyes of Google are considered the three most respected, relevant, and validated companies. How do they get to be those three? It's very simple. One method, well, a part of the method is going to be their reviews. As you can see, they all have pretty high star reviews, as well as pretty high review counts. And most of them respond to their reviews, which is also very powerful. Google loves to see when a company engages with its customer base through reviews. But the main thing that positions these companies in the top three is going to be citations. Now, what a citation is a citation refers to your business name, your business address, and your business phone number listed across directories on the internet. We call it NAPs, name, address, phone number. When your NAPs are listed across directories, whether it be Yellow Pages, Outlook, Yahoo, Google, any of these directories, in the eyes of Google, this is validation for who you are, because all of those companies are highly respected for what they are, directories on the internet. When you get your exact name, address, and phone number duplicated the exact same across the internet, Google validates you like nothing else. And that is how you raise yourself on these map pack rankings. Citations. Now, there's actually tools you can go out and get that will show you every single directory that they are listed across. I recommend doing all three, as well as I honestly recommend doing top 5 competition. But some companies will tell you just do top 3. Some will say do top 1. I recommend getting as much value as you can. There's tools you can see every single citation they're currently using, and then all you have to do is go to those directories, whether they're charged or not, and get yourself and your business and your NAPs registered on those directories. And in a matter of time, you will pass these three. Now, Google had recently published a study that showed, I believe it was the top 3 companies on Google Map Packs have an average of 150 citations. So I always recommend you want to go to at least 2 to 300 citations. You don't want to just beat them. You want to absolutely destroy them, so you don't have to worry about it going forward. With that being said, this brings us actually to the third and final point I want to touch on, which is backlinks. Now, backlinks are very similar to citations in the sense that a citation is a reference from a different website. The difference being citations are focused on the NAPs. A backlink is just focused on referencing your domain or a domain page or path on your website. So, for example, if I go to your home, if I go to the overview of your website as well as independent trees, you can see that you currently have 20 backlinks from 19 referring domains, whereas your competition currently has, I apologize, it's taking a second, 197 backlinks to 73 referring domains. Now, with this same tool, you can actually go in and see every single backlink they have. Now, the beauty with backlinks is not all backlinks are created the same. So even though you have 20 backlinks and they have 192, some people would think that means that you now have to go and get 197 backlinks. No, all backlinks are created different. A backlink from a company like the Better Business Bureau will push significantly more power to your website as compared to a backlink from a website similar to Florida Cars and Coffees. Why? Well, because the Better Business Bureau is a nationally recognized organization, so it's highly respected, but also it's relevant to business and for people seeking quality business. Whereas Cars and Coffees, even though this is a reputable website within the cars and coffee niche, for a tree trimming company, in the eyes of Google, this is like being referenced by a pizza making company. It does nothing for you because they have no authority in your niche. So what you really want to do is you want to go and get, this is a pretty good one here. You see expertise, talking about tree services, 89 off of that. You want to go and find all the highest ranking backlinks that are relevant to your niche. And you don't even need to get many. If you find the right powerful ones, you can get 50 backlinks and be beating companies that have hundreds and sometimes even thousands, because your backlinks are actual, relevant, validated, authoritative figures. With that being said, that sums up the 3 points you want to touch on with your website if you decide to go forward with any service. It would be, you want to make sure you redo the website and increase the content to about 1,500, spread with keyword-rich words throughout. Following that, you want to increase your citations based on the top competitors in your local area and for whatever local areas you wish to rank for and provide service in. And then you also want to basically go and find the highest ranking backlinks so that you can then get them referring to your website, giving you the link juice to power your website and gain reputation, authority, and respect from Google in your niche and in your service area. With that being said, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you liked what you saw. If you find value in what I'm showing you and you want to reach out, feel free. My number is 813-825-6730, or you can email me at elevatedmcs@gmail.com. If you like what you saw and you don't necessarily want to work with me, you have your own people, no problem, no harm, no foul. I'm actually happy. I hope you take this information. I hope it provides value, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I look forward to hearing from you if that's what's meant to be. If not, no problem. Have a good one.